Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United informed Facundo Pellistri's agent that they want to keep the Uruguayan. Manchester United have held a meeting with Facundo Pellistri's agent to make it clear that they want to keep the winger. Journalist Cesar Luis Merlo claims the Uruguayan ace recently made his long-awaited debut for the Red Devils against Charlton Athletic. He only played 5 minutes but made his mark with an assist. Pellistri has since been linked with a possible exit from United, but the hierarchy have clearly told his representative that they don't intend to lose him this month. Pellistri has had good success with Uruguay at the international level. He featured in all 3 of their World Cup group games and was in the starting 11 on 2 occasions. However, he has yet to establish himself with United. The right winger has been a constant on the bench this campaign, but finally got the chance to impress the manager this week. After months of hard work on the training pitch, Tanhaag was convinced to hand him his debut against Charlton. Pellistri capitalized on the moment with an immediate assist. Following the game, Tanhaag was happy that Pellistri had taken the next step and predicted a good future ahead for him. After such comments, it's obvious that he won't leave this month. Pellistri, who has been described as spectacular by Barcelona's Ronald Araujo, should get more minutes off the bench in the coming weeks to prove himself to the manager. United should reassess his situation in the summer based on Tanhaag's feedback. Pellistri still has 2.5 years left on his existing contract, with the option for another 12 months. The club don't face any urgency to sell him at the current point of time. Erik Tanhaag comments on becoming the fastest Manchester United manager to win 20 games. Erik Tanhaag recently commented on achieving the feat of becoming the fastest Manchester United manager to win 20 games. Since taking over in the summer, Tanhaag has brought about a cultural shift at United. He has been instrumental in returning the team to winning ways since last season's debacle. United are the only club in the Premier League to stay in 4 competitions, highlighting the progress they have made under the former Ajax manager. With their victory over Charlton Athletic in the Carabao Cup, Tanhaag reached 20 wins for the Red Devils, becoming the fastest manager to achieve the feat. Speaking ahead of the Premier League clash against Manchester City via manunited.com, he spoke about the history-making achievement. He said, "It tells nothing. It's nice, but you deserve nothing for it. It's about, as I said before, it's about winning trophies. We are in a project and we want to win this project, trophies, and that is what we work for day by day. We have the players, the staff and everyone around the club to win the trophies." Donny van de Beek shares post-surgery picture. Donny van de Beek's unlucky Manchester United spell took a turn for the worse this month. The midfielder suffered a knee injury against Bournemouth at Old Trafford on one of his rare first-team starts. The prognosis did not look good, and yesterday manager Erik Tanhaag confirmed that the midfielder will miss the rest of the season. Amid a poor start to his Manchester United career, this is just the latest setback for the midfielder. Van de Beek has already undergone surgery and sent a message to supporters to declare it successful. He also thanked the well-wishers and said he will do everything he can to return as an even better player. Van de Beek shared an image on Instagram and wrote, "I am really disappointed that the season is over for me. After successful surgery, it's time to start my recovery process and will do everything to come back stronger for this club. Thank you all for the lovely messages. They mean a lot to me and my family." Donny van de Beek had worked under Erik Tanhaag at Ajax and hoped for a new lease of life under his compatriot at Old Trafford. It hasn't quite worked out, with minor injuries keeping him out during the first part of the season, and when he did play, his form wasn't up to par, clearly not helped by a lack of game time across his spell at United and on loan at Everton last year. Van de Beek could be back for a pre-season, Tanhaag said, so he will be looking to go again for a 23-24 season in what would be his 4th season at Manchester United. Manchester United signed Wout Weghorst from Burnley for the remainder of the season. Manchester United have completed the signing of Burnley forward Wout Weghorst on a 6-month loan deal. The loan transfer does not have the option to buy which means that the striker will return to the Championship club at the end of the season. The Red Devils have paid a loan fee of £2.6 million to Burnley to acquire his services. Weghorst was currently in the middle of his loan spell with the Turkish club Beşiktaş, where he scored 9 goals in 18 appearances. Speaking to ManUnited.com after his arrival, Weghorst said, "I feel privileged to be joining Manchester United. I have played against the club in the past, and it's a fantastic feeling to now have the chance to pull on the famous red shirt. I have seen United's progress under Erik Tanhaag this season and can't wait to start playing my part in pushing the team towards its aims. Whatever happens in the next few months, I can promise to give everything to the club for as long as I am here. I thank everyone who has played a part in getting me to this stage, and now I am looking forward to meeting my new teammates and getting involved straight away." The Red Devils have made a habit of making stopgap signings which do not fully cover the glaring cracks. Falcao, Ibrahimovic, Ighalo, and now Wout Weghorst. There is a pattern of relying on a short-term fix at the number 9 spot, which does not suit a club as big as Manchester United, in a position where rivals have spent heavily in the last few years to reinforce. Without a doubt, Weghorst will provide a new dimension to United's attack. Standing almost 6 feet and 6 inches, the Dutch striker will act as a focal point and be an aerial threat to the opposition. He had a poor spell with Burnley when he joined them last January, scoring only twice in 20 Premier League appearances. Ultimately, they failed to avoid relegation and lost their top-flight status. However, Weghorst will have more creative players around him at Old Trafford, and it will be interesting to see if he can feed off their service to find the back of the net regularly. The towering striker has to wait for his United debut, as the club have not been able to register him in time to face Manchester City today. Erik Tanhaag delighted with obvious impact of midfielder Casemiro at Manchester United. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag has been delighted with the obvious impact Casemiro has had in the middle of the park for the Red Devils. The 30-year-old signed for the Old Trafford side in the summer of 2022 from Real Madrid. In the current campaign, the Brazil international has been a game changer for us. Speaking to the media via Manchester Evening News, Tanhaag hailed the difference Casemiro has brought to United's engine room. His qualities have made the Manchester-based club a better side, he said. "That is quite obvious. I said it from the beginning. This team needed a number 6 control, holding midfielder. He is so important. He is the cement between the stones. Defense knows his position, points other into position, winning balls, duels mainly. In position he can speed up the game. We are really happy to have him on board." Ever since the Brazilian's first start in the Premier League against Everton, he has not looked back. Now, the midfielder has cemented his place in Tanhaag's plan. Casemiro has now started in our last 10 league fixtures. His defensive and offensive contributions have been pivotal. The Brazilian's inclusion has seen an upturn in form for the Old Trafford side. United have won their last 8 matches in all competitions. We have also kept a clean sheet in each of our previous 3 Premier League games. The Red Devils will face Manchester United next in the league, and while you are watching the news now, the match might have been played or is being played. Casemiro had to look on from the bench for the majority of the 6-3 defeat. Hopefully, the 30-year-old will start and continue his fine form as the Old Trafford side will hope to give the home crowd a game to remember. Erik Cantona on Man United's chances of winning the Premier League title. Manchester United legend Erik Cantona believes it may take a few years for the Red Devils to earn their way for a 14th Premier League title. The Red Devils are going through a transitional phase under manager Erik Tanhaag, and they are presently 9 points behind league leaders Arsenal. The club have the opportunity to reduce the gap against the Gunners this month, but Cantona feels they don't have the foundation to win all games. Speaking to Manchester Evening News, Samuel Weghorst, the former United captain, said that the club were very strong under Sir Alex Ferguson, but things are different now. He said, "I arrived at the club and the manager was Alex Ferguson. I arrived at the club that was close to winning the league. He won it when I was playing for Leeds. United were close to winning it, and Alex Ferguson spent a few years there. He had time to bring some things and the club was very strong. Now, I think it will take a few years for Manchester United to win it again. I hope not, but I don't think United's foundation today is strong enough to win all the games, and I think during the time of Alex Ferguson, the best players in the world wanted to come to United. Now, it's different, so you have to think differently. Anthony Illanga's future at Manchester United depends on Barcelona forward Memphis Depay. The future of Anthony Illanga at Manchester United depends on whether Barcelona star Memphis Depay will move to the club this month, according to Give Me Sport via the Mirror. With the Red Devils looking to bolster their forward line, the 20-year-old could end up leaving on loan in January. The Old Trafford side have been linked with the Holland international alongside table toppers Arsenal. If the 28-year-old does end up at United, the club could let the Sweden international leave on loan. Everton are a club eyeing the youngster's signature. Illanga has seen his opportunities dwindle due to the talent we have on the wings. The 20-year-old looks to be behind the likes of Antony, Jadon Sancho and Alejandro Garnacho in the pecking order, and maybe he will be behind Pellistri. Under Ralf Rangnick, the Swedish national played a key role, but that has not been the case since Erik Tanhaag's arrival. If Depay were to make his way back to Manchester, it would only increase the competition in the squad. The Holland international has struggled to stake a claim for his place at Barcelona under Xavi. Injuries have further seen his opportunities in Spain reduced, but the 28-year-old showed his qualities for the Netherlands at the 2022 World Cup. Considering Ilanga's struggles this season, it would be wise to let the youngster develop elsewhere for the time being. However, it remains to be seen whether the 20-year-old is allowed to leave, even if we do not get Depay in the ongoing transfer window. Manchester United can sign Sergey Milinkovic-Savic in January for 30% discount. Long-term Manchester United transfer target Sergey Milinkovic-Savic is available for a cut price £44 million fee this month. That's according to a report from Tutto Juve, who claim that Lazio have softened their stance on the 27-year-old midfielder with his contract expiring in 2024. It was only last summer when the Serie A club were reportedly demanding around €70 million, £62 million for Milinkovic-Savic, according to TalkSport. His price tag now represents a 30% discount for United, and Erik Tanhaag cannot afford to miss out on bringing him to Old Trafford for that kind of money. Tutto Juve claim that Lazio are prepared to send the midfielder out on loan for a €10 million fee this month. The Serie A club also wants a €40 million obligation to buy inserted into the deal. This sounds like a deal that United cannot afford to pass up on. The Serbia international is an elite talent, and Football Italia recently described him as an unstoppable player. Milinkovic-Savic would take United's central midfield to a whole new level entirely. He excels in the number 8 position and would be the perfect accompaniment to Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes in the engine room. The powerful Serbian would offer United protection defensively and be a really potent threat for them in the final third. If United signed Milinkovic-Savic for a fee totaling £44 million, it would be a masterstroke from the club. I will be uploading daily Man United news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.